Alrighty, so we're in the midst of the Goku Day campaign once again, which means of course we got a bunch of free Dragon Stones, we got a bunch of different content, and also we got special treasure items once again coming to the game for the Goku Day campaign right here with this scroll, or technically I believe it's called the Book of War, but today I want to go ahead and focus on this specific item, talking to you guys about how you can get all three of these scrolls. You see, I only got one of them, but I will go ahead and explain to you guys how to get all three because they all come from the same free-to-play source, so you definitely should go ahead and get those items. Also, we'll talk about who you can get from the shop with these items. You can see it's a bunch of different versions of Goku, Gohan, and Goten, and specifically, I'll talk to you guys about who you should probably specifically consider going after, because obviously some of these characters are not going to be that good at all, but some other characters may have some potential and maybe diamonds in the rough for you specifically. So we'll go ahead and talk about all those things today in the vid. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the vid though. If you do, show your support, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, comment down below your thoughts. With that being said, let's get right into this. So the first thing I want to cover is how do you get the three scrolls. So again, they come from the same free-to-play source, very easy to do. You definitely should go ahead and get them. Right here, you can find where to get all three scrolls in these special Goku Day, Gohan Day, Goten Day campaign missions, right? So special missions right there, obviously all three scrolls. Really, all of the missions that are in this kind of list are pretty easy to do, but you do have to maybe seek them out. They're kind of intentional in certain aspects, right? But very easy missions. The three scrolls are existing in three separate missions, so understand that you have to do three different items to get all three scrolls, but they're still easy missions nonetheless. So the first scroll right here, you can see you have to clear a stage with 59,000 Zenny being acquired. So that may seem daunting, how am I going to get the Zenny? Really, it's so straightforward. I'm sure many of you guys have already beaten some of these things passively without even realizing it, but you could do something like the Big Bucks Hercule stage right here. That will give you a bunch of Zenny, so you could do something like that, but there are a bunch of different stages that can give you a bunch of Zenny as well. I believe the Pan EXP stage, that will give you a bunch of Zenny too if you chase after that, so very easy stuff to do. Honestly, very easy mission. There should be no reason why someone misses out on this unless you're deliberately trying to avoid it, in which case I would probably say to change that mindset, because these things are free-to-play items, they're free resources. Definitely you should go ahead and get them. But yeah, so easy to get this first one right here. I haven't done it because I just haven't gotten around to doing it, but it's very easy to do. The second one, which you can find right down here, is you have to level up a character's super attack once. Now, specifically, if I give you guys an example with my Super Saiyan Gotenks right here. So you see he's at SA3 right now, not SA10, which I should finish that up. But with the mission, specifically, I have to get a character's super attack leveled up once. Now, I don't have to get him to SA9 or SA10. I could get him up to SA4, just one level higher, and that will complete the mission and give me another scroll. So very easy thing to do. You don't even have to do a summonable character. You could do a free-to-play character, just any character you can farm. You could go ahead and farm their super attack for free, and then there you go. You got the mission done, and that's the second ticket. So easy, so simple. So, I mean, again, very easy missions. Definitely make sure to do them. Now, the third one, which I inadvertently did, I didn't even pay attention to these missions when I was doing it, but the third mission right here to get the third and final scroll, I guess, if you will, is right here. You have to deal basically a total of 5.85, or really, I guess, if we want to round up, 5.9 million damage against opponents, right? So you have to deal a total of that much damage. Honestly, it is just so easy to do. And do bear this in mind, right? They say right here, this damage will only count if you beat the stage. So if you're doing a red zone stage and you don't beat the fight, all the damage you did will not count. So, it is going to be a bit cumbersome, I guess, in that respect, but still, the damage amount is so simple, so straightforward. Really, you should have no problem just doing this in one go. There's so many powerful characters right now, it really should be a cakewalk. If it is something where oh no, what will I do? Take Tech Super Vegito. Just take Vegito, and then he will be doing the damage for you. That's literally just a free option. You could take any New King character, right? They'll do a bunch of free damage in easy stages. It's so simple. So all three tickets, again, they do take some intention. You have to actually on purpose go after them, because the stages, clearing a stage with Zenny and stuff, those things you have to do on purpose, but they're so easy to do. You honestly should do them. All the missions you should do, because they're just so easy to acquire and stuff. You get nice resources, Hercule statues, Dragon Stones, all that stuff. But really, yeah, the tickets specifically, very easy to do. Now, once you get all three, you don't even have to get all three. For example, right now I have one. I can still use my one ticket right now. But once you get all the scrolls and everything, the question is, who is in this shop that you can go after? So obviously you see, for example, Nam and Goku. You see Int Gohan right here. This is from the, I believe this is specifically from, whatchamacallit, the second Broly movie. I forgot what it was called. Broly's Second Coming. There we go. So you got that, of course. You got GT Gohan and Goten. You got Kid Goten right here. You got Int Goten. All these different characters. You got the family Kamehameha right there. The Metal Cooler movie Goku. Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, all a bunch of different like characters, all sorts of different stuff, right? And also at the end, you do have Elder Kais, which is kind of nice they add that, because especially for some of the players out there who maybe have all of these characters rainbowed, then yeah, all this stuff is going to be useless to you. Guess what? You can at least go ahead and get some Elder Kais perhaps. So different kind of sets of value in that respect. But you know, when it comes to this general shop, understand that there are a lot of different options, but really a lot of these characters are not that great. Like, I hate to say it because I'm a big fan of Goku, Goten is okay, Gohan, I love Gohan, but a lot of these characters are not that great. Like in Gohan right here is not that great. You know, Kid Goku, he's good maybe for some specific missions, being able to fit into things like grade A power and stuff, but beyond that, really he has no true value at this point in time in the game's meta and all that stuff. You know, Super Saiyan 2 Goku is the same issue. A lot of these characters suffer from the same kind of problem, and you know, the fact of the matter is a lot of these characters have already gotten easy A's as well, and obviously once a character gets an easy A, the only thing next for them is a super easy A, and as of right now, all the super easy A's are only going towards LRs and special Dokkan Fest characters, right? So, you know, a lot of these characters don't fit that mold. They don't fit that specific kind of description. So, unfortunately, that means a lot of these characters are going to be mediocre, and really they're going to be of no use to you. But that's not the end of the world. There are still some characters who are still usable. For example, Namek Goku right here. So, the thing about Namek Goku right here, this STR Namek Goku, he is technically not a Dokkan Fest character, so he is not going to get a super easy A. But as of right now, he got his sub easy A not that long ago, right? Like last September is when he got his sub easy A. Obviously with his sub easy A, which I've completed, that does allow him to have some value, specifically in like Namek Saga teams and stuff. Like he can be a good, not a good, but he can be a solid slot 3 character. He's not insane, I would say, but he's still decent, and he does have some gimmicks to his kit still, but overall as a character, he's not that bad. Actually, I will give him credit there. He's actually got some decent value, especially if you're a newer player and you need some different options. This Super Saiyan Goku's not too crazy bad. Like, you'll see, like, I remember Minato, like, back when we got, like, the easy A for Int Namek Goku during the 10th anniversary, Minato made a vid joking about the STR Namek Goku and, like, his abilities as well. So, you could see all sorts of different showcases of this character. You'll see he has flaws, but he still has some value as well. So, definitely one of the characters I would recommend. Another character that I would recommend for a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of people already have this character, is Int Goten. Now, Int Goten got his sub easy A back during the last Golden Week celebration. So, technically speaking, I guess he is kind of a year old at this point in terms of his upgrade, but he is still pretty good. Now, with his sub easy A, right, he wants to, in general, he wants to work with other versions of Kid Trunks and stuff like that, so he wants to work with certain types of allies. But with his easy A, he gets a bunch of damage reduction, he gets a nice setup, he can do a bit of support with his kit and everything, so overall, he's a character that I think has good value. Now, is he going to be insanely special? No, but understand that Goten fits onto a plethora of categories, and that makes him incredibly powerful as well. He's on things like Hybrid Saiyans, he's on Majin Buu Saga, for example. He's on Movie Heroes, because technically this is the Goten from the Bio Broly movie, I'm not mistaken, so he's a part of Movie Heroes there, he's a part of Youth, he's a part of different stuff like that, Super Saiyan, of course, you know, Kamehameha, all those different things. So, I mean, when you have a character with categorical diversity like Goten, who's able to also just be a pretty solid unit with some good ability, I mean, he's a character that I would say right now, as far as this list is concerned, getting Goten is like a no-brainer to me. Like, I believe I'm missing 1 or 2 dupes of him. I'm gonna go ahead and get that dupe. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the hidden potential system. Like, I'm gonna finish off the hidden potential for this Goten, because he's just that good. But, you know, Goten is a very special character in terms of, like, the list of options right here. He is still not supreme. Like, I probably say, like, he's the best character of this list, closely followed by Namek Goku, but even then, like, the rest of the characters are not really it, and I do hate saying that, because the more I'm saying that, the more it makes it sound like this system is ass and there's no use to it, but obviously you're still getting characters, you're still getting free items, so, you know, there are some values here. The Family Kamehameha trio, I will say, because I'm sure some people may eye them, the fact of the matter is they're not necessarily going to be any value for you. Metal Cooler Goku can be, I guess, slightly usable. He's already got his Easy A and everything. It's been a while now since his Easy A came out, if I recall, but, you know, he has some value. It's just not that crazy good. Dragon Fist Goku could be interesting, but if I'm not mistaken, he's technically not a Dokkan Fest character. The AGL one is, the STR one is not, unfortunately, so because of that discrepancy between the 2 Super Saiyan 3 Gokus, unfortunately, that does mean, you know, this Goku's not going to get a super easy A. So, you got all sorts of characters like this existing right now where they're just not necessarily in a great position. I feel like one character that could honestly end up being in a decent spot is this Goten and Gohan, right? So this is actually a character I would say that a lot of you guys should also go after. So if you're going to pick 3 distinct characters, which I think is probably the go-to method for a lot of players, go ahead and pick one copy of Nam and Goku, probably if you don't have him. Pick a copy of Goten, and then probably get a copy of GT Gohan and Goten, because those two, they have a very nice kind of setup right now in general, is, you know, their ability to just be like a nice kind of support and everything for like GT Hero specifically, giving attack and defense and everything, but also they are a very old unit without an EZA, so they are due for an EZA or technically a sub EZA. When that happens, you can expect them to be a lot better in value, more so up to date with the current meta and everything. We don't know when that will be, but we do know that they are due for one. So they are probably one of the best characters to get, not in terms of right now, but in terms of the future, right? You have to pick sometimes characters to plan for the future. This is one of those characters in a nutshell, because he's not good at all right now. They're not good at all right now, but they will be hopefully sometime soon in the future, because they are definitely due for some upgrades. Like, no doubt they are due for some sort of love, some sort of upgrade, just something. They're due for it. So we'll have to kind of wait and see what's going to happen. If I recall correctly, because I'm looking up right now, they actually came out, I believe, during the Golden Week celebration back in 2021. So they were like the side banner character, if I'm not mistaken, for like the GT Goku. So yeah, it's been like almost 4 years, right? Like a bit over 4 years. They're definitely due for some upgrades. They will probably get it sometime soon this year. But yeah, definitely probably get those 3 characters. If you have like all those characters done and you just need some other options, you could definitely go for some of these other characters, get some dupes, you know, build out a hidden potential system, boost your power level that way, or just, you know, fill out your character box and everything. But really, I would probably just kind of double back and say, yeah, get Nam and Goku, get Goten right here, get the GT duo right here. That is probably like the best bet for you specifically when it comes to what you should do with these treasure items. In any case, that's going to be where we wrap up the vid. We already kind of covered how to get the treasure items. We covered what you should get from the kind of shop and everything. If you guys enjoyed the vid, again, show your support, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, comment down below your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, stay blessed, and I will see you all in the next one.